Saline High School with Coach Rumbold after Saline's 6-0 win over Brighton. You guys had kind of a tough start to the week, I'd say, right? Losing 3-1 to Pioneer wasn't probably in your cards. I mean, you have always to respect that, but you don't want to lose that.
No, it's a rivalry game, and it's kind of tough when you break for spring break and then you've got a day to prepare, and a couple of people were missing from the game that have high impact in the game. But we don't make excuses. Pioneer played well, and they deserve to win.
How much do you think your girls are looking forward to a rematch on that one?
Oh, we love playing all the Ann Arbor schools, and we just look forward to playing every game.
How do you feel about the way you guys bounced back first against Brighton and today against, or first against Bedford and today against Brighton?
Well, I think that was the best we've played so far this season. I mean, I know it's very early, but that we kind of looked extremely fluid in our movements, moving the ball quickly, and defensively playing with a lot more intensity. I don't think that's a coincidence, when it's the first time we've kind of had everybody available. But yeah, overall, to bounce back from the disappointment of Tuesday, we move on quickly. You play a lot of games in a short period of time, so can't dwell on these things. It's very early on in the season. If we continue to improve, we know we'll be there or thereabouts when it matters.
Overall, then, pretty happy with the way this week has turned out after maybe not the start you wanted?
Yeah. Like I said, it's very early. The important thing for us is to just continue improving day by day. So when we get to the end of the season, we're really ready to go.
Nora Walsh scored a couple goals. I think I saw her score a goal and maybe two in the scrimmage earlier this year. How much are you going to be counting on her this year?
Yeah, I mean, Nora brings a lot to our team. So creative. The runs that she makes is fantastic, and she finds herself in the right place at the right time often. We spoke kind of at the back end of last year that the way that she can kind of take the next step is to contribute more in scoring goals, and she started off really, really well. I'm not entirely sure how many that is. I think that might be 6 or 7 to start the season. So
wow. Yeah.
She continues in that vein, which is going to be hard to do.
Yes.
Then that we've got a good chance of winning more games than we lose.
I'm a pretty simple guy. I appreciate goals. The other player who's been impressive to me so far in just 2 watches is Amani Collette. She was a freshman last year.
Yep.
I think she scored late in the year, but I don't remember if she scored too many.
Yeah.
But it's starting to look like she's really emerging and sort of enforcing her will on the game a little bit here.
Yeah, I think today was her 3rd goal in 3 games, consecutively. And she's always had that in her locker. She's got a really good strike. Typically in the position that she played last year was a little bit further away from goal, kind of in a holding midfield role. This year, she's kind of stepped up. We've pushed her a little bit higher. And what's really impressed me the most is her desire and her attitude in and around the box to start taking players on and getting shots off, kind of similar to Nora. Those players are more pass-first players, but we're challenging them to, hey, if you can drop a shoulder and create a little bit of space to get shots off, the more we can spread goals around the team, the better.
Anybody else you want to call out today for having a good game?
Honestly, I thought everybody played really, really well. Like we got everybody in, everybody played good minutes. The tempo and the standard never dropped. And yeah, I mean, I could highlight a lot of players.
How about the job Dernica and Sturm did on the corners there, especially in the second half? It looked like they really put some good balls in there.
Yeah, it's early on in the season, but we feel that's a big area of ours that we can be a threat every time they put a decent ball in the box, which is more often than not. We've got the players that have the desire to get on the end of it and score goals.
What do you think of, you're missing a lot of the girls I penciled in earlier in the year when I was penciling things in my head, but you still got some sensational girls coming back. What do you appreciate about the girls you have coming back here in your senior year?
Yeah, your team changes from year to year. We weren't expecting the injuries that we had, but everybody's working extremely hard to achieve the goals that we've set. And if we play like we did today and we continue to improve, I think that the goals that we've set for ourselves are achievable. We just take, as I say every year, we take one game at a time, continue to improve, and and continue to develop as a team and as individuals, because we're pretty young. You know,
Yes.
we've got a lot of I think there's 5 freshmen on the team this year who are contributing, and it takes a little bit of time for them to get up to the speed and the pace. And you know, every year you're bringing a team together that it takes a couple of weeks to get it going. But I think today was a really good performance. So I'm very happy with everybody.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Tran.